Hello everyone and welcome to QualityOldGames. Today we are having another video in our goodies series, and this time we are testing Cataphract Archers. And, well, without further ado, let's begin to fire the missiles. Perhaps they're not doing quite optimally, as these Eastern infantries do have big shields, but I think we should be able to keep at least ahead of them. So the plan is to cause a chain rout. There we have the enemy general going. You head that way. And there we have some more routing. Try to get a bit of flank going. Okay, there we have practically this flank broken, bloody and fleeing. Let's go and take care of that one last remaining enemy unit on this flank. Wavering, charging, and hopefully breaking. Okay, only shaken. Okay, finally. Okay, those did take a bit of casualties over there. Okay, those are fleeing. Perhaps we could break these as well, as they are not quite formed up. And that's it. I mean, decent enough. They were spearmen.
No one can argue that it is not both well-deserved and worthy.
Okay, so probably on this one we need to utilize those arrows more carefully. So let's try to get some shots to the back of those Urbans, and perhaps the main thing is that we need to try to prevent them from getting pillar shots at us. And of course we can tire them, then all the better. Are these reforming? No, they are not. Okay, and you guys start moving. It's nice that they are running, because catching them when they are tired or exhausted will make our lives so much easier. Then again, at this pace we are quite exhausted as well. Okay, perhaps you could already go. How are you doing? Get a bit further away. Okay, we have our first enemy routing. And I think we want to bring you over there to start pounding on those. So what about you? You are very tired, but still a nuisance. And perhaps let's try to orient them a bit differently for the eventual engagement. So 85 exhausted Urbanites. And here we come. they might actually turn around. Okay, they're not doing anything anymore. And they are not rallying quick enough. So there is that. And it's time for us to begin the encirclement. They are exhausted, but since they do have the general, they are eager. And they still have those pillars, so we need to be a bit careful without maneuvering. They're reloading. Now is the time to do some damage and break them. Excellent. Nice.
Dead before you. Save for the few with the wit to run away. This is a crushing victory.
Okay, this might be a bit tricky one, since we need to try to keep as much ahead of them as possible. I think these Equites at least will take some damage from arrows. Well, actually quite nice damage. Legionary Cavalry actually taking casualties as well, so that's a good initial sign. So now the question is when they do begin to run. Okay, now. We could break that unit before they have a chance to catch us. Okay, great. What about that general unit? Okay, they are coming. So time to turn around and engage. So I think you could go to the flanks. Okay. You didn't have that much fight in you.
He does not stand but runs away. Is there any point in killing him?
I guess not. So if we could make a nice rear charge, perhaps we could break this unit as well. Okay, whoops. I guess those guys did get annihilated. Okay, just wipe them out. That's it. I mean,
Victory
decent
is
enough.
sweet indeed, and all the sweeter for being so decisive.
Okay, so in this one we want to get into melee as fast as possible, and while doing that we can fire several volleys on the enemies. So a bit surprisingly these guys are standing and fighting, at least for the moment, but that shouldn't last for too long. Wavering and breaking. So let's see if we could add some support for these battles over here. Okay, those Velites are firing.
Shows his value. He is filled only by a desire to save his own skin.
I'm just wondering how many of these casualties came due to friendly fire over here. Perhaps you guys could come over here as well. Okay, they're breaking. And that's a nice victory.
Victory is yours, and no one can argue that it is not both well-deserved and worthy.
So this should be quite clear one. We do have better missiles, except for the very hard difficulty, and we have better armor, so this really shouldn't be that difficult. Besides, we have that loose formation already, so we should be taking less casualties in prolonged missile exchange for the moment. And if they dare to come into melee, I think we will simply butcher them. So, yeah. And some more volleys over here. And this unit should be pretty much decimated. Okay, I think we can speed up things a bit. They're coming to melee. No, they are not. Okay, you guys turn around. And focus on those. We could of course go and try to force them into melee, but I think we are doing well enough in the missile exchange, so perhaps we can just duke it out. And that's it. Nice enough.
Victory is sweet indeed, and all the sweeter for being so decisive.
So the poor Phalanx pikemen have only small shields, which will actually come to cost them quite a bit. Shaken. Broken. Okay, that's done. That's no casualties suffered. That's great. So I think you can charge in. Try to turn them around a bit more. So we can charge in here as well. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay, breaking. Though this was not very stylish over here, but I think we can still manage. So get into position for the final one. Okay, let's get going. Uh-oh. Okay, great. That was really close. Had they held a bit longer, that could have been a catastrophe for us. So which way are you going? That way. Not boding well for you. And that's it. Nice enough.
And all the sweeter for being so decisive.
And here we have the poor Romans completely outgunned. So the cavalry is still somewhat of a danger, so let's take it out first. Especially that Legionary cavalry, because it can prevent our micro to some degree. Almost like they have skirmish mode on. Well, that's fine for us, because we can wait. They are the most dangerous foe, so not really sorry if we have to empty, say, half of our arrows on their backs. Okay, so perhaps it's time to put an end to this and just knock them out. So now we have those town watches coming. Not really impressed. And perhaps we need to conserve some of the arrows for those urban cohorts. Or that urban cohort. Okay, let's go and knock these out. Tooltown watch is not really worth it. Okay, let's see if we could take care of that. They are all alone over there. Oh, that did hurt. On the other hand, I think they are hurt a bit more than we are. Okay, that's done. Perhaps we can catch our breath for a while. So we need to deal with full strength urban cohort. The town watches shouldn't be an issue. Actually, what we want to do is to divide and conquer. Let's see what they do. Okay. Staying together. No, you are starting to struggle. Okay, let's go and deal with them. Okay. So let's make sure that those town watches are not coming to haunt us. And we can begin to prepare the final phase of this battle. I think they should be relatively tired as well. Okay, only 6 left. Let's take care of the rest of them. And I think you guys are ready. Yeah, they are tired, but eager. Which is not good for us. At least some shaken or shaking would be beneficial. Let's get going. The pincers are clenching, as is the whole surround. Okay, try to take them out, yeah. Great. Let the cowards flee. Okay, so perhaps it would have been better to just kill them off. But yeah,
Victory is yours,
consistent
and no
victory.
one can argue that it is not both well-deserved and worthy.
So, regarding the results from battles, the unit gets 666 points out of 700, which is practically insane. Regarding the requirements, the unit is a bit more on the expensive side, so the unit cost is 1230 denarii, earning it 9 points out of 50. The upkeep is 190 per unit per turn, so that's 55 points out of 150. The requirements are City Tier 3 stables, that's 60 points, and the training time is 2 turns, earning it 50 points out of 100. Thus, overall from requirements, the unit gets 174 out of 400, which is rather meager, and thus the total score is 840, putting the unit clearly among the top performers. And regarding the verdict, if you combine Missile Cavalry with Cataphracts, what you can expect? Except fine, great performance. I mean, the unit really doesn't have any notable weaknesses, in my opinion. Of course, heavy cavalry can cause some struggles, but long-range missiles, meaning that the counter of using your own long-range archers is kind of diminished, especially if you need to protect those archers somehow, since these do pack a punch in melee. And perhaps the weaknesses or relative weaknesses are related to cost and upkeep and training time, but I think that's rather well balanced out. So really solid performer in every situation, I can imagine. Well, perhaps not in sieges that much, but in any other case. And I mean, well, horse archers are overpowered in the game, and cataphracts are overpowered in the game, so horse cataphracts should be rather overpowered as well. But that's my view of the unit. Do you agree or disagree? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below, and thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the channel, consider becoming a channel member, and very special thanks to existing channel members Napoleon Complex, Kosakusar, Mark Anthony, Bluey Eye Wolf. Your support is greatly treasured. Have a great rest of the day. QualityOldGames out.